Prime Minister Modi, aged 69, headed straight for his briefing by top military commanders at the 14 Corps headquarters at Nimu outside Leh. He had had similar briefings back in Delhi also, but this time Modi could see the Zanskar and the mighty Karakorums that he had been spotting on the maps during the briefings. He also interacted with the soldiers to give them pep talks and hear their perspectives before he came around to delivering his speech. His arrival in Leh had already delivered the first set of messages to Beijing, and it also contrasts India's approach to the standoffs along the line of actual control to Chinese leadership's efforts to signal a hands-off approach. The PM's visit is also a very strong message to the President Xi Jinping that either he gets his aggressive Western theater commander Zhao Zongqi to restore status quo ante or accept the inevitable consequences of the PLA escalation. The Indian Army and the Chinese PLA are locked up at 4 points on LAC in East Ladakh, with the latter consolidating on ground while mounting peace overtures. To get in more in detail about such important information and various other important interesting inputs, let us begin with today's defense updates, that is of 4th of July 2020. And as I always introduced you, and you already know that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. It is one-stop solution for you if you're preparing for NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army and Indian Air Force Airman Group X and Group Y. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Telegram, and you can even directly visit us through our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You can even download our app from Google Play Store, where you can have each and every defense related information, examination related study material and all sorts of important content in your hand. Beginning with the question of the day that I have posted on 3rd of July 2020, that is yesterday. And the question that I asked was, what is Special Frontier Force? And most of you have given the correct answer for this question, and I'm very happy for that. And now I'm giving you the answer in much more detailed way, and it was on the advice of the IB chief Bhola Nath Mullik. At that time, Nehru ordered for the establishment of a Special Frontier Force, also known as Establishment 22, and this was done for defending against the Chinese army and conduct covert operations in the Sino-Indian War of 1962 and also after the 1962. Why was it known as Establishment 22? It was just because of its first Inspector General. He was Major General Sujant Singh Uban, who commanded this 22nd Mountain Division in Europe during the Second World War. It was initially supervised by Intelligence Bureau, but it was later taken up by the Research and Analysis Wing, and now it works under the RAW of our country. It is founded on 14th of November 1962, and the roles include special reconnaissance, direct action, hostage rescue, counter-terrorism, unconventional warfare, and even foreign internal defense and various other covert operations. The size of the Special Frontier Force as of now includes 10,000 active personnel. All of them are raw agents, and that is the reason why we can't see them anywhere. The headquarters is located at Chakrata in Uttarakhand in India, and its engagements include the Bangladeshi Liberation War of 1971, Operation Blue Star, Operation Cactus, Operation Pavan, the Kargil War, and even the Operation Rakshak. That is it with understanding with what is about the Special Frontier Force. Let us begin with today's defense updates, and the first and foremost information is that the Chief of Defense Staff General Bipin Rawat is going to review and the operational preparedness in Ladakh today, while Defense Minister Rajnath Singh is expected to go to the western sector later. General Rawat will be briefed by the 14th Corps Commander Lieutenant General Harinder Singh, and he will take a note of the requirements on the ground, and the situation is still going on. Going on with the next important information, and this is what I was discussing with you in the introductory session, that Prime Minister Modi has wrapped up Ladakh visit with a swipe at China, and he says that the times are not the same and the times have been changed. It was his quiet visit to Ladakh, and he designed and he delivered a loud message to China that Modi had told the soldiers that are posted along the LAC that the courage they had demonstrated had sent a message to the entire world. Addressing soldiers deployed in Ladakh, he said tales about their valor being spoken in every house across the country, and he even appreciated the women officers that are working there with complete dedication and with complete honor. Going on with the next important defense information is that the Turkish defense minister, military chief, has visited Libya. Both of them have visited Libya. Who is the Turkish defense minister? He is Hulusi Akar, and the chief of general staff of Turkey is Yasser Güler. Okay, both Hulusi Akar and Yasser Güler, the Turkish defense minister and the military chief, they have visited Libya on Friday to review the activities carried out under a memorandum of understanding between the two countries. Now, what is that MOU? It was actually signed on 27th of 2019 at Ankara, the capital of the Turkey, and Tripoli. Both Ankara and Tripoli is the capital of Libya. Both of the important countries, they have signed two important memorandum of understandings. One MOU was on military cooperation and the other one was on maritime operations of both the countries in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. Going on with the next important information is about very famous woman, and the skies are clear for this second most important Karnataka state's woman pilot, and she's from Mysore. Her name is Koluvanda Punya Nanjappa, and she is the only woman cadet from Karnataka to be selected for flying branch training at AFA Dundigal last year. She is the second woman pilot to get commissioned this year from the state of Karnataka, and she will undergo a stage 2 of training at Hakimpet in Telangana. Then, who was the first woman fighter pilot from the Karnataka state? The first woman fighter pilot from Karnataka state was Meghna Shanbhog. It was Meghna Shanbhog who was the first woman pilot, and Koluvanda Punya Nanjappa becomes the second most woman fighter pilot. To get in more in detail, she is the daughter of Anuradha Nanjappa, who is a teacher at St. Joseph Central School, and late Koluvanda P. Bala Nanjappa, he was a serving manager of Prabha Theatre of Karnataka, and both of these are from non-military background. However, these people come up from the state or from the district of Kodagu. It was a place where a lot of important military commanders, military officers have lived, and they have come up from that place. And she joined Indian Air Force through AFCAT entry last year. Last year, she was successfully qualified the AFCAT examination, and she even qualified the SSBs and the medicals, and she was taken up into the flying branch of the Indian Air Force. She had been trained, and by this time, she has become the commissioned officer in IAF, and she is going to take around the second stage of her flying training at Hakimpet Air Force Station in Telangana. Going on with a very quick review by understanding with the important topics that we have discussed today. And the first and foremost question that I'm going to ask is, who is the Turkish defense minister? The Turkish defense minister is Hulusi Akar. And I request you that you also tell me who is actually Ziya Selçuk, who is Berat Albayrak, and Recep Tayyip Erdogan. All of these three people are also extremely important personnel of Turkey. All of these three people also, they carry important ministries in the Turkey's political affairs. So mention in the comment section and even in the discussions that who are these three important personnel. Going on with the next important question is, the Karnataka state's first woman pilot is, she is Meghna Shanbhog, and the Karnataka state's second woman pilot is Koluvanda Punya Nanjappa. Going on with the next and final question is, Koluvanda Punya Nanjappa, she had joined Indian Air Force through which entry? She has joined Indian Air Force through AFCAT entry. By this, I also recommend you to download our SSB Crack Exams learning app, wherein which we have a special training, a course for separately for AFCAT, and our courses for AFCAT are extremely well and good. You can confidently take up our courses, where each and every tutor has kept up his information, and all sorts of important study material and content have been kept, because AFCAT 2 2020 is not so far. It is going to be conducted on 19th and 20th of September of this year. So the time is extremely less, and I hope each and every other defense aspirant qualifies that as better and as with good marks as possible. Now we have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, HAL Rudra is a variant of which helicopter? HAL Rudra is also a helicopter, but it is actually a variant of which helicopter? Which HAL helicopter's variant is actually the HAL Rudra? The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams, subscribe to this particular channel, download our app from Google Play Store, and last but not the least, always stay safe, eat healthy food, and Jai Hind.